welcome to Bird's Nest Designs. It is Thursday, December 18th, 2025, and I am here to share with you some quick and easy last-minute Christmas cards that you can whip up in no time flat using the North Pole Delivery Designer Series paper by Stampin' Up. So for those of you joining us for the very first time, welcome. My name is Denise Cox, and I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Archibald, Saskatchewan, and I am the designer behind Bird's Nest Design. So welcome everybody. Please say hello when you join. I'd love to know who I'm here stamping with. Hello, Mary Jean. Welcome. Okay, so how is everybody doing? Are you all managing to stay nice and warm? It is very, very cold here, although not as cold as it has been since we moved here, but it is minus 24 degrees currently and very cold. So it's warm, it's windy outside, and it is definitely winter. So I am prepared. I've got my nice warm sweater. I've got my favorite winter mug. It's perfect for here. A hot cup of coffee, and I'm ready to stamp with you. Hello, Anita. Hi, Penny. Welcome, everybody. All right, so if you read the description of the video or caught the title, you're going to see that we are going to make some quick and simple fun folds tonight. So last minute, if you're last minute Christmas crafting like I am, these are going to be perfect. So a couple of things before we get started. Hi, Jane. Hi, Denise. A couple of things before we get started. So this week I've got a little treat for you guys. On Sunday, my blog post will go live, and I'm going to include the tutorial, the full tutorial for both of these cards we're making tonight. I'll show you a quick overview of the tutorial when I turn the camera down, but those will be able to be downloaded from my blog this Sunday, which would be December 20th, I think. Oh my goodness, you guys. I don't even know, because today I thought it was Friday all day at work. In fact, at lunchtime I was like, oh, I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow. I can't wait. And one of my coworkers said, are you not coming to work tomorrow? And I'm like, well, why would I work on Saturday? And she's like, it's only Thursday. So it's that kind of a day. So my blog post will be Sunday, December 21st, where you can get this free download. All right, hi Jennifer, hi Michelle, hi Barb and Gail. Okay, so there will be no sleeping in for me tomorrow. I do have to go to work. It is Thursday, and I am here to stamp with all of you. So now that we have that cleared up, let's turn the camera down and get ready to do some stamping. So where's my button? There we go. All right, so we are using this super cute North Pole Delivery Designer Series paper. It is current to Stampin' Up, so if you don't already have this, you could purchase it from my store, or you can just go into your stash and pull something out that you have. The designs are standalone. The Designer Series paper is just what I've chosen, and it makes it really easy to decorate and make these super quick. Okay. Hi, Sandy. Okay. So, quick and easy Christmas cards. Let's start with, actually, I was going to promise you I'd show you the tutorial, didn't I? So this is what you'll get in the download. It's a 3-page tutorial, nice title page with your supply list, and then both cards with measurements, instructions, some photos. So you can download that for free on my blog on Sunday. So don't miss it, okay? So if I forget to give measurements today, don't worry, you'll have them there. Alrighty, so let's start with, which one are we going to start with? We're going to start with a pocket card. So this is a card that I used to make quite often, and then I kind of forgot about, moved on to other things, and then I refreshed it into my my card making skills, I guess you want to say. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take this piece out there. We're going to start, I'm using my favorite Christmas color combo, Pool Party and Real Red. It's my favorite. If you guys haven't tried it, I strongly encourage you to. Oh, we've got some extra dots in there. Okay, so these are some cards that I designed for my team stamp camp. We do a stamp camp together once a quarter. It's super fun, and so these are 2 of the cards that we created. So you're going to start with a piece of Designer Series paper that's 4 inches by 10.5. You're going to score it at 5 1/4 and 9 1/4. So 5 1/4, 9 1/4. Okay. I just got to pull out my sample card here. So what we want to do is we're going to flip this over like this. Okay. So here is the long side. There's the 5 1/4 score line right there. We're gonna fold our card up, so it's folding in half. You're gonna wanna have a bone folder here too. Okay, so you're gonna have it folded in half, and then you're gonna fold it down on the 9 1/4 score line. Okay, so you're just gonna fold that piece down just like that. We're gonna show those beautiful, pretty polka dots, and then have these cute little critters down below. The next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take a card base, which is just a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of Pool Party. And we are going to adhere the back panel of these critters. We're gonna pretend we don't care that we're gluing those down. Putting some glue over these cute little Christmas characters. So we are going to glue this down here. Okay, getting that nice and centered on our designers or on our cardstock. Then what we're going to do is we're going to cut, well, first we're going to glue this. Let's put a little bit of glue. Don't get carried away. This is not going to really go anywhere, but just to keep it so it's laying flat for our design purposes, okay? Then you're going to want to grab some twine. I'm going to use this pretty real red and basic white baker's twine because it's perfectly matched, but you could use linen thread, white baker's twine, whatever you have at hand. So we're going to grab some of this. You're going to want about 36 to 40 inches. You're going to want a fair chunk of this twine, okay? We're going to double it up, that's why. So we're going to just measure along the bottom here. So there's 16, 32. Let's go for the full 40 because I don't want to run. Oh, what's going on here? So there's around 40. Okay, just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be particular, of course. All right, so normally I make sure all of my animals are out of the room. I have 2 dogs and 2 cats before I start videoing, and Cleo must have been hiding because here she is on the table next to me. I will try not to let her in front of the camera. Okay, so you're gonna take this twine and we're gonna wrap it around. Okay, we're gonna wrap it around here. We're gonna tie it in a bow, but I do wanna tell you one little thing first. I am intentionally not gluing down the sides of my card, but you could. The reason I'm not is I don't know what I'm going to want to stuff inside here. Maybe I want to put a package of hot cocoa or a little surprise chocolate bar or something, and I don't want it to be restricted by the size if it's glued down. Does that make sense? So if it's loose, then it has the ability to kind of pop up like this, right? If it's glued down, you're more restricted. So I'm not going to glue mine, but if you are making this card and you know you're just going to use the insert of the card in there, then go right ahead and glue that down. So we're going to pull this across and we are going to tie a bow over here on the left-hand side. I've doubled my twine up, remember, so it's going to be nice and thick and it's going to show us a bit more color that way. So we're going to just tie this bow right there. I just love this twine, you guys. It's so fun. I'm so glad it's stuck around for so long. Okay, so we got that bow nicely tied there. We won't worry about the extra ends and all the things right now. We'll tidy that up later. All right, so that is done. Now we're going to pull in this stylish shaped circle. So this circle measures roughly 2 1/8 to 2 1/4 inches. You could put any size, shape, circle, whatever you wanted here. I'm just going to put mine right over here on the pocket. So you're going to want some bumpets, okay, aka dimensionals if you're new to my channel. I endearingly call dimensionals bumpets. So we're going to put the dimensionals bumpets right here on the card. So about 4 of them. The reason I didn't put them on the circle is because I don't want the circle to end up being adhered up here because then my pocket won't work anymore, right? So we've got that. We're going to take our circle and we're going to pop it right on top of those dimensionals. Like that. Okay. Hi, Jen. Nice to see you. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to create an insert. So for this one, you're going to want a piece of cardstock that's 3 1/2 by 5. I've chosen real red to coordinate with the paper and our beautiful twine. And then we're got a piece of basic white that's 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. So we're going to layer that on. Okay. And this is where our pocket card comes into play. So we've created that beautiful pocket over here. And then this is going to just slide in here with your message, your cocoa, your gift card, whatever you want to stuff in your envelope along with your insert. And then you've got this fun little pocket card. But of course we're not done because we need to do a little decorating. So if you have seen this beautiful paper before, you'll know that it comes with sheets of fun laser cut embellishments, which I have popped half of them out. So there's 2 sheets. I've kind of gone through and picked out about half of them here. We are certainly not going to use all of them. I just wanted to be able to pick and choose. The other thing we could do is, I'll show you on my sample card, I fussy cut one of these little cars out of the paper itself and used it to embellish the circle. But for this one, I think what we'll do is we'll pull out of these fun designs and we'll use some kind of fun little animal or something. So as you heard me mention a little while ago, I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. So I am truly an animal lover. And these are so cute. And I just can't even decide which one I want to use. Which one's going to look cute on there? So that looks kind of cute. And you know why I like that one? Number one, it's nice and big and he's adorable. But secondly, it kind of offsets visually because he's facing the right and this guy down here is facing the left. So it kind of throws that off there. But I'm going to give you guys a couple of choices and you let me know which one you think looks best. So we'll call this guy the dog. And then we'll call this guy the bear. But I don't know if I like that. So let's not even give that option. We'll call this guy the bear, although he's facing the same direction. So we've got the dog, we've got the bear, and perhaps we could use, I don't know, even we could do a house. We could do whatever we want. We could have a little house there with this cute little raccoon. I don't know. Which one do you guys think you like the best? If it was up to me, I think I like the dog. But you guys tell me in the comments which one you like best. In the meantime, I'm going to come over here to the insert on my card. And I am going to pop over here a little kitty cat because this is so cute. Look at this. It's like running with antlers and it's got mail flying behind it. It's so cute. So that is what we're going to use. I'm going to just adhere that to the card. I'm going to put it right along the bottom. All right, I'm not seeing any comments. You guys let me know. What do you think? If I don't get a comment pretty quick, I'm going to go with the puppy because he's really sweet. And I just need to grab one thing here that I forgot. Okay. All right. Well, I think we're going to go with the dog because I'm not seeing a lot of comments, so that's the one I would choose. We're going to go with that. Okay, so we're going to put this bumpets on the back of our dog. We'll stick him onto the circle. Okay, then here's our little insert, and that can go in the card like this. And we can add some bling, we can add some sentiments. So you might be saying, well, there's no sentiment on your card. And that is totally okay. There are no rules that says your card has to have a greeting. But I do like to include them on my card. So I'm going to trim this ribbon. Okay. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use a stamp set, or you could use some ephemera. So this is the Greetings for All Mix and Match ephemera pack, and there are Christmas words in here. So you could easily use these. So we could put Merry Christmas right up along the top of that. Although that one looks like it got some ink on it. Hi, Kathy. Nice to see you. We could do a Happy Holidays. That's kind of cute. What do you guys think of that Happy Holidays there? I kind of like that one. Kind of ties in the black with the black on the dog. So let me know if you guys have a preference, but I think I'm going to go with that one. Just trying to see. I have some stamps here too, just in case, but I think that one looks pretty cute. So let's go ahead with our Happy Holidays. If we pull that out, we can put Happy Holidays with some glue here. Thank you guys for taking time out on your Thursday evening to come stamp with me. If you are catching the replay, thank you for watching, and leave me a comment. Let me know you're watching the replay too. Okay, so there's our black sentiment's gonna go right in there. And then you're gonna wanna grab some embellishments because a card is not complete until we have some kind of bling or something on it. So, oh, this is being a little bit pesky here. I'm glad you guys like the black sentiment. Okay, so I'm gonna use the deer dots because these ones coordinate with this paper that's part of a suite, and the colors just match without even having to think about it. So that's awesome. But you could also use some like nice silver or whatever you wanted to use for that one. So I am going to use these guys. And I think we're going to use some red because it's going to pop nicely on our pool party. So we'll put a dot here. And then we'll put some dots up here because remember this isn't going inside, so you can add your bling to your insert here and it's not going to affect anything. So you could do 1, 2, 3. Maybe we want another one down here. 4. No, you guys, you know how it is, right? You kind of have to stick with it. Well, we don't have to. There's no rules in card making, but we like to stick with odd numbers most of the time. So let's go ahead and add another little one down here. Okay. I should have put over there, but that's okay. You put them wherever you like them. So there you have our first quick and easy fun filled card for Christmas. So last minute Christmas cards are not going to be a problem because you've got this fun little tutorial at your fingertips. So super easy. And what do you guys think of that one? I think it's so cute. So there's card number 1. And my sample one I showed you, or I was going to show you, is here. My bow is a little bit weird. So there it is. And that's with that little guy cut out of the paper. So that's this little guy facing the other direction. But you could cut any of these out to put them on there too if you run out of dies or you're using different paper. Go ahead and just put anything you want, stamped image, anything there. So that is the card number 1. I did not put a single sentiment on this one because I wasn't sure who or what I was going to use it for. But there's that little cute little puppy down there too. So that is card number 1. Remember, Sunday, December 21st, my blog post goes live at 10 a.m. and you'll be able to go on there and download the full tutorial for these cards tonight. Alrighty, let's move on to our second card, which is called let me see what I called the title. It is a vertical easel card. Okay, somewhere in this mess. You guys, if you could only see my desk beyond what you see in the screen, you would laugh. It is so messy. Okay, a few of these little die cuts to make the card. So I'm going to pop it out here. Okay, I hope you guys are still following along. Remember, if I forget the embellishments, they'll be in that post and in the tutorial on Sunday. Okay, so first things first, you're going to want a card base. I've chosen to use thick basic white. It's 4 1/4 by 11 and it's scored at 5 1/2 and 8 1/4. So at half is 5 1/2 and then at 8 1/4. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to fold it in half. This is going to be like a portrait card, like a tent fold. Okay, so you want the score lines on the front, that score line here. So open it on up and then fold it in again towards the inside. All right. Then we're going to have a piece of designer series paper that's 4 by 5 1/4. And that is actually going to go on the inside of our card. So you're going to want to open your card up and adhere your DSP. If you don't want to use your DSP, you could use just cardstock or whatever, but I love using and showing off the pretty papers. So put that in there. Okay. Now for the front, we've got these two, this doesn't want to stay down. We've got these 2 panels now on the front of our card. So grab another piece of designer series paper. This time you're going to want it to be 2 1/2 by 4. You could do the same pattern and have it coordinating, or you can do what I'm going to do and flip it over and have it be a totally different design, or have something from your stash that is not even from the same paper collection. Okay, so we're going to attach this to the bottom panel of our card. that. Okay, isn't that a fun paper? I love all the colors in there. All right, so from there, I'm gonna show you the other pieces I've cut. So I've cut a large branching out, is that what it's called? Branching out dies? Yes, this is the branching out dies. So it's a rather large label out of Poppy Parade. Poppy Parade and Pool Party also go well together. So then I've got a piece of Pool Party here that's 2 by 2.5. That's gonna go right across the middle here of our label. So let's go ahead and attach that. I'm gonna attach them as I talk about them. Pool Party and red. Michelle, if you're still watching, do you like Pool Party and Poppy Parade as well? Really, Pool Party goes so well with all shades of red, I think. So I love it. Okay, so we have that one. And then we're going to take a perennial postage die. If you don't have the dies, don't even worry about it. You can use just a regular rectangle or some other shape, cut a circle, whatever you want. I'm really adding a lot of layers to my design here. So I'm crafting and reading the comments as we go. So keep them coming. All right, so let's go ahead and attach this with some bumpets. All right. So lots of layers makes this card super fun. I'm going to put that label off to the side, kind of like that. Okay. We're going to take these other pieces. So I've also got a piece of basic white that's 2.5 by 3 3/4. I've got another piece of designer series paper. This one is, I forgot to write the measurement, 1.5 by 3.5. Okay, so that's this little strip here. This one's optional. I'm just going to show you something that you could do with this one. Or actually, you know what? That's not even from the right card. Oh my goodness, you guys. Craziness. This is not even from the right card. Put that over there. That should have been on the other card, and we'll go back to that one. Oh my goodness. Are you sure it's not Friday? I tell ya. Okay, back to this. So now we're going to take our label, and now let's find some shapes out of here. So I'm going to, there we go. I'm going to put this, maybe this little mailbox up here. And then I want maybe a letter. Let's look for a letter or something like this. Maybe a letter like that. I want to use this puppy right here because it looks so cute. I used him on my sample card too, and I just love the way he looks on there. So we could put our puppy kind of here like that. And then what else could we have in here? We could have a North Pole. I'm not really sure what this actually is called, but we're going to do it. No, I have days like this often, Barb. No worries. You are definitely not alone on that one. Okay. I want this to be stuck under our puppy. I'm just doing lots of layers, like a fun little collage here. And then we could add in a little stamp if we wanted to. I don't know. Let's just start with this. So of course, in true Denise fashion, we can't just put these flat. So I'm going to remove those for now, and we're going to start gluing and layering some of these up. So let's go ahead. We're going to put that like that. Our letter, did we like this letter? I wish the letter had the stamp on the opposite side because then it would show. Maybe we could do it. Oh, it just looks kind of more festive that way. That's kind of cute too. We could do it like that. What do you guys think of that? Yes, maybe more coffee, Jennifer. I agree. More coffee indeed. I don't know. Okay. This is cute no matter how we do it. We're just going to start it. This is no stress crafting. That is my motto. Crafting should be joyful, not stressful. So let's not overthink this. We're just going to layer these fun little embellishments up. Like that. This fun little one, what we're going to do is we're going to grab a little mini bumpet. Okay, I'm going to put it at the top. And then I'm going to stick this down like this. And it's okay that that's not attached because our puppy's going to go over top. Okay, so then we can kind of put him here. And I'm going to bump it behind his head because I don't want to give it too many bumpets because I do think I want to mail this one. So put it there, and then we could probably put a bump it down here and it won't be in the way because remember, we already have bumpets there. Okay. Somebody should truly track how many times I say the word bump it in a video. I'm sure it would be quite astonishing. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll put this here. And then let's try maybe this little paw print stamp. I don't know. I just think it's so cute. I love all of the embellishments and things in this paper. It just makes creating these easy cards so simple. Okay, once you have that done, what we're going to do is we're going to pull our card back in. We're going to open it like this, lay it flat, or close it, sorry, not open it, lay it flat, and then we're going to glue our feature image here right onto it. So I want to make sure that when I glue this down, the glue is only on the bottom section, not past the score line. Otherwise, my card, of course, won't open. So if I'm very careful, I can just do that. And then I want it off to the side. I'm intentionally doing that. Okay. Then I am going to have another sip of coffee, as Jennifer suggested. All right, so now that that is done, we're going to work on the easel. So see how this is going to stand up like this? We're going to kind of stagger it like that. So I've cut out another piece from the perennial postage labels. You could use, again, you could just cut out a rectangle. If you don't have these, don't stress about it. And that is going to go here as our kind of our stop. Okay, for our easel. But before we do that, we have this designer paper inside and we want to be able to have somewhere to write a message. So that's where this piece of white's going to come in, and we're going to adhere that to the top section of our card. Aw, thanks, Michelle. I love collaging things all together. It's so much fun just to stagger them. The key is not to overthink it. Just do it. They always look cute together. Okay, and then I'm going to add a little something in here. So what do we have on the front? We have that little puppy. Let's put this fun little raccoon or squirrel or what, not a raccoon. He's clearly not a raccoon. Whew. Okay. I think it is Friday today, you guys. I really want it to be Friday. All right, so there's our sweet little squirrel. Now I'm going to take this label. Maybe we want to do some stamping on it. What do you think? We want to have a sentiment on this card. I don't know that we're going to find one small enough inside our ephemera that's going to be Christmassy. So let's open a stamp set. I just happened to grab the Holly Jolly stamp set because I noticed it had these smaller sentiments. So reach into your stash and find something that you love. And we're going to pull out Merry and Christmas. Can you guys believe Christmas is next week? Oh, I can't even believe it. I don't know where the time has gone. This feels like this whole year has just sped by. Okay, first of all, I'm trying to be fancy and do them both on one. Let's go like that. And then we can kind of pull that down, and so they're both mounted on one block. I'm going to just, I don't think I've used these stamps yet, so I'm just going to rub them on my wrist to kind of like condition that stamp, as we say. Then I'm going to grab my Memento ink, and up, not upside down, we're going to stamp Merry Christmas. Ooh. I hope this is going to work. Oh, good. Look at, that's cute. Fun little Merry Christmas on there. All right, so flip that over, add your bumpets because that's what's going to make your stopper for your easel card. position, this is what I always tell the girls when I'm showing them how to make their cards. So in my classes, I would say hold it where you want it to stand. So however you want this to stand, really tall, well, not that tall. No tall like that. You can have it down more. Wherever you want it to stop is where you're going to place your stopper. Okay, try and center it. Don't do what I just did. Holy. There we go. Okay, and then that is going to stop your card, and now you have this sweet little easel card. Isn't that cute? And it's so easy to do. So I'm going to add a few embellishments to the card, even though we've got all these little fun things. You guys know I love my twine and ribbon. A little bit of texture on your cards is always fun. So I'm going to grab another piece of this twine, and I'm going to double it up and tie a cute little bow this time. Okay. Oof. Well, that didn't go as planned. That's a really tiny, tiny, tiny one. We got to try that again. Goodness sakes. Okay. There we go. That's better. Okay, so we've got our bow, and then we can just pull on these tails to make it a little bit smaller, a little bit cuter. Just like that. And then a glue dot. I want a glue dot for this one. You could use a little bit of Tombow glue as well if you wanted to, but I like to use these glue dots because they're super easy and I don't have to wait for anything to dry. So I'm just going to grab one and roll it a little bit so that it's going to fit behind my bow. And then I'm going to stick it somewhere on here. I think it could even just go like right down here by this letter. Okay, and then I'll cut this apart so we have two strings. Trim this one just a wee bit. There we go. How cute is that? Oh my goodness, you guys, this is adorable. All right, now we'll grab in our deer dots again, and let's this time use some garden green because we're going to tie in with his toque and his scarf and the gifts down here, the letters. So we can go ahead and put these wherever we want. There's no rules to follow. Some there. I'm going to kind of do them opposite. So then over here, I want to do like that and like that. And maybe we're going to put one more somewhere. Where are we going to put one more? We could just leave 4. We could be rebellious. We could just leave 4. Or we can go ahead and put one even right there on his little scarf. Is so cute. Okay, so there is card number 2. I told you they were quick and easy, you guys. We've done 2 fun folds, completely decorated in like half an hour. So there is my card we just created. You created along with me with Merry Christmas. This is the one we did in our group, in our team stamp camp. Pretty much the same, just a slightly different cluster of ephemera that we used here. And inside, I left this one blank. I let my team members know you can add any sentiment you want. You could leave it blank. You can do whatever you want. But yeah, so there are the cards. So for tonight, we created this one here and this sweet little pocket card. So I hope you're feeling inspired and a little bit motivated that if you do have some Christmas cards left to do, you can make some pretty awesome cards in very little time. So I hope that this video has been helpful to you. Yeah, let me know in the comments which one you like better, the easel card or the pocket. I know sometimes it's hard to choose, but go ahead and let me know in the comments which one you like best. And I'm going to cut back in here in the camera and say hello. After I have a sip of my coffee, because clearly I need more. All right, everybody, thank you so much for taking time out of your Thursday evening and coming here to spend your time with me. It's been super fun stamping with you, and I can't wait to be back again. Now, next Thursday is Christmas Day, and so I can't guarantee that I'm going to be here live stamping with you. I will put up a little note in my Tuesday Creative Chirp. If you're not getting those fun little emails that you can quickly read and skim through with your coffee in the morning, make sure to sign up for my newsletter. It's in the link below to get signed up onto that. But I will post in there when my next live will be. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas if I don't see you before then. And I hope that at the holidays fill your heart with joy and love and that you have the most amazing day you can. So thanks everybody, and I look forward to coming back here to stamp with you really soon. Cheers!